Charge this. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? We are going to be doing the weekly community oracle poll. Um, I'll give everybody like a second to come through because I know it takes like a minute to get everybody situated. So, hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? This is the part of the week that we do collective readings. So, I am going to be doing oracle readings for everybody who wants one. But yeah, I'll give everybody like a second to come through. I hope that everybody is doing well. So welcome to the weekly community oracle poll. The point of this specific service, this specific live, is to offer low cost readings for you guys because I know readings can be expensive. And so here we are, here we be. And so basically, for those who are Patreon members or channel members, it is already included in the membership, so you guys can already drop your questions with the Oracle deck, and then we will get started from there. For those who are not channel members or Oracle or Patreon members, sorry, you guys can send $5 to $10 to my Cash App or Venmo, which is the same as my name, and just put your question in the comment section. Your deck options for today. It's the Nature Speak Oracle deck. I'm looking over here and I'm looking over there because I have YouTube here and TikTok here. The Oracle of the Mermaids Oracle deck as well. The Okana Oracle deck, but please only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work because this deck will call you out real bad. The Enchanted Map Oracle deck. This one's also a really good one for shadow work. The Moonology Oracle deck. Okay. And the Archangel Michael Oracle deck as well. Those are the deck options and choices for today. So for those who want to start dropping their questions, for those who are Patreon members or channel members who want to start dropping their questions in the comments, go ahead and do so. If you want it to be a full moon reading, you can also choose that as well. Just put that in your question. So go ahead and start dropping the questions. And for those who want me to do or pull a card for you, you guys are not Patreon members or channel members, on YouTube, go ahead and send $5 to $10 to my Venmo or Cash App, which is the same as my name. And then just tell me what your question is in the comments. Are these paid? Yeah, these are, this is meant to be the community oracle readings, so they're meant to be like a low cost readings offerings from me to you guys because I know readings can be expensive. So it's basically like by donations. You can send $5 to $10 to my Venmo, Cash App, with the same name, and then I will pull some oracle cards for you guys. These are not going to be tarot readings; they're oracle readings, just to be clear. So the deck options. So if you did the instructions and you sent the money to the thing, you can pick which deck you want me to use. And you can put the question in the comments unless you want it to be a general reading. So your options is the Nature Speak Oracle deck. Okay. The Oracle of the Mermaids. Okay. The Okana Oracle deck. Okay. But only pick this if you're trying to do shadow work. Literally, only pick if you're trying to do shadow work. The Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Okay. The Moonology Oracle deck, which I've been like really falling in love with recently. It's just amazing. And the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. A classic in the channel. A classic one in the channel. So let's see. Okay, so we're getting started. Amber Davis. Question: I am seeking general guidance about my friendships. Mermaid deck, please and thank you. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I just started working with this one recently, and it's just been so supportive. You guys know I named this year the Year of the Mermaid for a reason because Jupiter and Pisces is gonna have us working with the water energy and the water spirits. So, and I say this while TikTok can seem like my fishy tattoo. Which I got from the Yamaya set. Our art by Jar did my tattoo. There's like a whole entire vlog about it on my YouTube, which was so awesome to like get it from she did a whole Yamaya tattoo set. that was inspired by the ocean, and it was so beautiful. And I was just like, my first tattoo was a fishy tattoo, and there it is. That's my fishy tattoo. So let's see what is going on with Amber Davis friendship. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So, question, general guidance about her friendships. What is going on surrounding her friendships? What is going on surrounding her friend? Okay. That was fast. That was fast and oh. Okay. Wow. Okay. So the first one that came out was honoring the masculine. And this says respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. Okay. Now, the masculine is specifically focuses on physical realm, anything within the physical realm. So this is finances. This is like institutions, jobs. This is like things within the physical realm, anything you can see and touch. So it's very much like focusing not necessarily on the spiritual aspect. I mean, I'm going to show you the rest of the cards and we're going to talk about it. But this has less of an emotional and spiritual aspect, more of a physical aspect. Then we have air. Okay, air. Look at this card. It's so beautiful. What? Air. Breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life bringing energies. Okay, breathing deep, exchange of life bringing energies. Air. And then we have the magic of the colon. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing this wrong. The colon, druid, caution, secrecy, and worry. Okay, that's what that looks like. Real pretty. Whoops. Okay. So what is going on? Couple of things. There seems to be like a lot of shifty energy within the physical realm. It's almost like the way that it's coming up is like there's certain things and certain people moving around you. You're kind of getting like, even if you look at the bottom of the deck, you got mirror. There's like, it's almost like people are acting real weird and they're having conversations. It feels like gossip. It feels like things happening behind your back that are ultimately affecting you within the physical realm. Can't get that out. And there's definitely gossip. There's gossip. There's exchanging of energies, exchanging of communication. If you've been telling your friends your business recently, or if you've been feeling like, talking to a friend or like, spilling some tea, I would kind of keep it to yourself during this time, because it feels like people are gossiping. It feels like people are creating a little bit of it feels almost like you're entertaining or entertainment to other people. It just feels it's very shady. It's a shady energy. I don't like it. And I feel like it's kind of, this is giving me also very like evil eye kind of energy, especially because you got the divine masculine card, because this is connected to physical realm energies, which includes your finances and your money. Okay. So the people who are doing this around you, who are kind of like in secret, like in your face, they might be like super, oh no, we're like friends and blah 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 and blah blah blah, but in what they're actually doing is kind of sending you some very interesting vibes, which the negativity itself, it's affecting your physical realm. It's affecting like your funds, or like it's just like that the hate or the jealousy or the kind of gossiping or the kind of like, oh, watch, she's gonna regret that move, or watch, she's gonna da 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 da, like the pettiness of the conversation is going to ultimately affect your finances, or even the way that you are grounded. You might be like in a place where you're not grounded enough, especially during Capricorn season. It is literally the season to be grounded. So if you haven't been feeling grounded, if you've been feeling like, it's been kind of harder for me to like feel like stable or feel like I'm okay, like it's just been feeling a little mucky lately, somebody's messing with your physical reality. And it's those who you have let around you, those who you have spoken about what's going on within your life, or communicated like what's going on within your life, and like really kind of said like, oh, I have this going on, or you know what, I'm working on this and I'm gonna submit it at this time and blah blah blah. Like it feels like people are blocking your blessings in secret. Like it's a secret thing. It's like I work in the hush. You're not really seeing my moves. It's giving someone using also Jupiter and Pisces energy in a very deceptive way. The reason why I say that is because you guys know Pisces rules lying. So not everybody's going to use the Jupiter and Pisces energy in like a, oh, I'm trying to be nice. No, not everybody's going to do that. Some people are going to use and abuse Jupiter and Pisces energy and kind of going to create conflict or use the energy of illusion to, in your face, seem like they're, you know, a friend or that they're good. And then behind your back is like, no, I'm actually talking hella shit about you. I'm actually like creating a bunch of conflict about you. I'm actually like, you know, it's very, there's a judgmentalness, and there's also like, you should definitely, if your intuition has been telling you like, you need to kind of separate, or you need to take a break for certain people, or you need to stop telling some people your business, I would highly recommend sticking to that, because it seems like the way, especially with the air element, again, we're also in Mercury retrograde, so it's kind of like, if you find out that somebody, you know, was talking shit about you like the past couple of months, and then you find out during Mercury retrograde, it's going to be one of those like, are you serious? Like, are you kidding me kind of moments. But it feels like, somebody's trying to block your blessings. It feels like somebody's trying to just wish bad, or their jealousy, their inability to stay on track is causing the way they look at you as a person, and just kind of like sending you bad vibes. And they might not even be doing it intentionally, but they're still doing it. Like, it still doesn't change the fact that they're doing it. So I would suggest doing a little bit of a cleansing, or even a social media detox or something like that. I would suggest also keeping things to yourself, especially things that you're working on for the next couple of months, to yourself. I would suggest even keeping your affirmations and stuff like that. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Keep it secret. Don't communicate. Not everybody needs to know your business, including your friends. You can literally give your some people, some acquaintances, some friends that we will have in this lifetime, you will need to have lighthearted relationships with. In a way where like, you can't tell everybody your business. You can't trust everybody, first and foremost. And I'm telling you this as a Capricorn. I don't have 1,000,001 friends. I cannot. Even with my Gemini moon in my 11th house, I could never. I can't. I cannot, because I don't trust everybody. And some people like especially my Venus and Aquarius, I love friends, and I love people, and I love connecting with people, but you can't trust everybody. You just can't. And sometimes you outgrow people, and people don't understand that. And sometimes, you know, you go through different shifts throughout your life. So it's kind of like, it's one of those things where I just go with the flow. If you came into my life, it was for a reason, and whenever that expires, it expires. That's the way I personally see it. So I would recommend that you do the detaching part of Aquarian energy, and not the, you know, popping off part of Aquarian energy, and just take it a little bit easier. During this time, let's not forget, you know, Saturn is still in Aquarius, so there is a lot of karma that's happening within our collective circle and people that we keep close to. You might come to regret a friendship, or come to regret letting someone get close to you in the long run. But just make sure that whoever's getting purged out is getting purged out. Whoever is coming in is coming in. You know, people are lessons. People, you know, we go through the flow of things. But just listen to your intuition. Don't be like, oh no, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna stay grounded in this relationship just because I've known them for like 12 years, blah blah. No, but they're still causing you blockages, boo. Okay, you need to like. There's a point where we need to like accept what the reality of certain things in certain situations, certain people are. So it's one of those moments. It's one of those times where at one point it might have been a great thing, but right now it's not serving you in the way that it should be serving you. So what I would recommend is to, you know, detach a little bit. Just detach a little bit, especially as we're moving closer and closer into Aquarius season. You could definitely manifest new friends during Aquarius season. Aquariuses rule friendship, rule society, rule like that collective energy, individuality, the collective, it rules that. So if you wanted, you know, better friends, that would be a great time to do so as well. Especially because it's coming up. But the fact that you're asking about this now, and the way that the cards came up, I'm like, no, this is not. I don't trust this energy. I don't trust it. It's like someone is. There's a shadiness to it that I don't appreciate from this. So be mindful and protect yourself. And even like, let's say you decide to do a protection spell or protection working or something like that, and then that friend magically disappears. I wonder why. It's like one of those kind of situations. Like, I definitely protect your space. Protect you and protect your space. That's what I'm going to say to that one. I hope that you got all the messages you needed, boo. For those who just joined, hello and welcome to the weekly community oracle pull. This is meant to be for low cost readings, so I will give you guys the spiel. If you are a Patreon member or a channel member, your reading is already included in your membership, so you can go ahead and drop the question in the comments. For those who are not and would like me to pull some cards for you, because these are going to be oracle readings, you can send $5 to $10 to my Venmo or Cash App, which is the same as my username. And then just let me know in the comments what your question is, and then I will pull some cards for you. Easy breezy breezy. Okay, these are your oracle decks options for today. The Nature Speak oracle deck. Okay. The Oracle of the Mermaids oracle deck. One of my newer favorites. The Enchanted Map oracle deck. The Okana oracle deck, but please only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work, because this will read you to the fill. If you're not trying to do shadow work, don't set yourself up for that. Moonology deck, one of my favorites, and the Archangel Michael oracle deck as well. Those are your options for today, so definitely put it in the comments which one you want me to pull from. Now, I have another question on here, so let me bring it up. Okay, I would love to get a reading on why I keep attracting what I don't want with the Okana deck. Okay. Oh, we're starting off with the Okana deck. Y'all, I'm telling you, this deck, I only pull out this deck for certain times. It's certain times of the day. It cannot be certain times of the month, honestly. Like, probably once a month. That's when I read with this. Unless I'm doing it with you guys. Because this deck is just, it will read you to the fill. Your earrings are everything. Oh, thank you, boo. I got these. This is the Taino turtle. I got these on Etsy. I believe it was on Taino Planet on Etsy. They make like these wood burned earrings, and I fell in love, and I bought them right away. And it was like one of a kind. Like, they make one piece, like they drop like pieces randomly, but it's only one. So it's just like, but you can check. They might have re-put it in there. But anyway, let me get started with this reading. So for tomorrow, let's see what's going on. Why do they keep attracting what they don't want? Why do they keep attracting what they don't want? Okay, there's one. No, there's two cards. Okay. Wow. We're already starting with a roast. I hope you're ready for this roast. So first we've got Confide. This is what this looks like. Confide. And it says, all things are good to eat, but not all things are good to say. And then we have Harmony. Look at that flash, y'all. Harmony. Look at it. It's such a beautiful deck. Harmony. Where there is life, there is always hope. So let us look at the book. For those who are new here, there's two decks in this world that I will read the book to, and that is the Okana and the Enchanted Map, because they're always on point and you need to know what she wrote. There's some decks that I'm just like, most Oracle decks, I'm like, no, we could just pull some cards, but not these two. These two you have to read it. So let me go ahead and look for the Confide. I think that's an air. It should be an air. Confide. Yep, it's an air. 35. Okay, Confide. 35. Okay, first one is Confide. Okay, let us get roasted together. Whew. All things are good to eat, but not all things are good to say. Shadow element. Involvement in gossip or feeling overwhelmed by the knowledge of being spoken about in gossip-based dialogue. 3 people can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. So taking time out of one's day to speak on the lives, relationships, and events of those around us manifest consequences, good or bad. This card suggests that in recent, you or someone you know may have been involved in gossip. It could be that you are the one spreading it, or that you found that you were the topic of discussion, but the card can be read in 2 ways. If you find your spirit has been alerted to the fact that you've become the topic of discussion, perhaps take stock on the things that you are allowing allowing the outside world to know about you and your personal life. The tiniest hole in a great ship can sink in a matter of moments. Be quiet. Number 2, unless you have the ability to possess the minds, hearts, and bodies of those being talked about, it is best to focus on your life, lest you reap the consequences of the seeds you plant bearing fruit in your yard. Be quiet. Okay, that's number 1. That was confide. And then we have harmony. Shadow element. Sorry. Where there is life, there's always hope. Shadow element. A struggle with being hopeful and optimistic. Okay. Are you a half glass full or half glass empty kind of person? This card suggests that you are currently experiencing a time where your spirit is disharmonious with your surroundings. However, instead of focusing on what you can do to alter your reality, you have lost hope in that there ever being a time where you're truly content, happy, and at peace. It suggests you may have given up. Are you longing for harmony and don't know how to grasp it? Your ancestors recognize the dejection manifesting in your heart and are telling you to work with the joys you experience, even if it's a small act such as lighting a candle or watching one of your favorite films. Doing this gives you the opportunity to plant seeds of contentment, even if the size of the mustard seed. You can water with other small acts that will grow into positive disposition that you can harvest in times where you feel you're being tested emotionally. Listen, this is giving me, like, I feel like you need to go watch my full moon and Cancer breakdown that's coming up on the 17th, because this really speaks to this reading. First and foremost, it feels like, one, you have definitely been self-sabotaging yourself. And I find this happens a lot when it comes to people who want to manifest a lot of things or want a lot of things, or they have certain goals, certain dreams, certain things they want to work on. But then they'll say things like, oh my God, I don't have any money in my bank account. Oh my God, I'm going to be broke for the rest of the week. My God. And then what happens? They're broke for the rest of the week. Why? Because that's what they spoke into existence. And it's not about, oh, you need to have toxic positivity. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that your actions need to match your words. What it is that you're trying to go for. Because it's so easy to be like, oh my God, you know what? I'm going to get the promotion. I'm going to get it. It's coming up in a couple of weeks. Watch, I'm going to get it. And then when you're at work, you don't put in the effort, or you look at other people talking to the managers and you're like, oh, I think the manager likes them better. I feel like maybe they're going to get the position and maybe I'm not going to get it. And then that doubt creeps in and creates an environment where you're doubting yourself. So you're acting different around that manager because you feel like they don't even like you. So instead of working on attracting what you want, you are creating energy in a space of self-doubt that continues and maintains the energy of like, well, you're not really taking care of yourself mentally. You're not taking care of yourself when it comes to your self-care. I feel like your self-care is not where it needs to be. That it's like there's this harmony with your thoughts and with the way that you talk about yourself. And also, you need to be mindful with the people that you have around you as well. I don't know why with the past 2 readings has been also around people and friendships and stuff like that. But I would recommend not talking your business to other people. If you're going up for a promotion, if you're going up, listen, unless it's your mama and she gonna pray for you, I don't think you should be communicating your business to anybody, including coworkers. Don't let nobody know what your moves are, except for the manager that's supposed to promote you. Okay, don't let nobody know what it is that you're supposed to be doing, because it feels like there's this energy of like, it's also like that evil eye kind of energy, just kind of like wanting to see you fail, but also not sending you good vibes, and also you self-sabotaging and self-harming yourself by not taking care of yourself, not loving yourself, not practicing self-care, making sure you're in a good place, making sure you're romanticizing your day, you're romanticizing it, literally parts and moments of your day, so you feel good to the point that the energy shifts and you're no longer stuck in like this funk, in this kind of weirdo, kind of like weird funk of like, oh my god, nothing changed. Like, why can't I like, oh, like I feel like I'm repeating this. I feel like I'm repeating. First of all, we're in Capricorn season. You know, I've said this many a times, and I will say it again. Capricorn, in Capricorn energy, Saturnian energy is, it's connected to the energy of lessons, right? Why? Because Saturn is a planet of lessons, and Saturn is the ruling planet of both Capricorn, and it co-rules Aquarius. So, which means that the energy right now is very lesson-y, and because Saturn is one of the planets that the lessons, it's like it, because Saturn also rules time. It's like you will repeat this lesson. You're gonna waste your time repeating this lesson until you get it correctly. It's kind of like playing a video game, right? And then you're playing a video, because literally the way that this reading is coming up, the way that even the question is coming up, it's like this. Abby, I'm playing this game and I cannot pass this level. I keep doing the exact same thing and I don't know how to pass this level. I have not. I cannot. I don't know why. I don't know why. I keep doing the same thing and it's not working. I don't know how to pass this level. What have you done that is different? What have you shifted? What have you implemented that is different? Have you been doing the exact same thing and expecting different results? Okay. Have you been doing the exact same thing? How have you been maintaining your harmony and your balance? How have you been practicing self care? How have you been taking care of your spirit? How have you been loving yourself? How has that shifted too? Because even with love and with love for ourselves, we evolve, especially when we start including new things, new practices, new kind of new focuses that we are personally focusing on. Like, we shift and we raise and we move within our self-love practice, because we're always constantly, it's kind of like dating yourself, right? When you're dating someone, you go on dates to different places, you try new things, you take trips, okay, you go eat different foods, you do like different things, okay, you obviously do a lot of sensual things. I'm not gonna say it because the word on here, because obviously your girl's not trying to get banned off this damn app. But you do different things. How are you dating yourself right now? How are you doing it? What does it look like? How do you treat yourself? What does it look like? What does it look like? Because it feels like you just been stuck. You've been stuck in the same thing. It feels like you also have people around you do that, they're not wishing you the best. And it also feels, it feels like you need a cleansing, like you have like stagnant energy. Stagnant is like stagnant energy. It's stagnant energy. It feels like you're not putting the effort where it needs to be. Like, it feels like you need a whole entire cleansing and you need to restructure the way that you've been dating yourself, the way that you've been holding yourself up to your own standard, the way that you've been maintaining your harmony. It just feels like, you tell a friend, oh, you know what, I've been going through a hard time, blah, blah, and all this stuff. And your friend's like, oh, they're going through a hard time. And by the way, I just want to make it clear to anybody who's watching, when you're having a conversation with a friend or something like that, and I'm not saying don't tell friends about, hardships that you're going through, but I would like to make it very clear that when a friend or someone doesn't have the best intentions for you, and you telling them, oh, or even if it's a parent or a family member, you're like, oh, I'm going through a hard time. That's all they think about when they think of you. They're like, oh, they were going through a hard time when they spoke to me. They're probably still going through a hard time. And that shit just adds to the manifestation of that hard time, right? Like, I feel like certain things should be kept to the therapist, should be kept to our close partners, should be kept to people. Oops, sorry, baby's calling me. Should be kept to people who are, very close to us, but we should not be being out here telling every nitty gritty thing. Like, even when it's at work, Can y'all see me? Can y'all still see me? I hope y'all can see me. I hope that y'all can see me. Okay. I think that y'all can see me because I can see myself now, but okay, I think yes. Okay, y'all can see me now. But yes, I hope that answered your question, boo. Hold on. Hey, Lana, how are you? Oh, thanks, boo. I was away for my birthday, so I have not. I was literally like away for like a good, I don't know, I want to say a week. I did like a week off for my birthday, but I'm back. I am back. And definitely like going straight back to work. So expect the workshop to be announced tomorrow because I'm going to be posting that either tomorrow or Monday. But back to doing sessions and readings and all of that stuff. And back to doing the lives as well. And we're going to be doing our weekly community circle as well on Monday. But yeah, I just needed to take, you guys know in January, when the second my birthday is my birthday season, it's just like Abby takes a little mini birthday-cation and that's where we're at. But okay, Lana has a question. Okay, what does Spirit need me to know? Something I can successfully prepare for the next few months ahead. You pick the deck. Ooh. The Moonology deck is just calling my name, so we're gonna go with that one. For those who are new, for those who just got here, let me just repeat it all the spiel. So welcome to the weekly community oracle poll. This is where we do like low cost readings for you guys because I know readings can be expensive. So for those who want a reading and are not a Patreon member or channel member because it's already included in the membership, you guys can go ahead and send $5 to $10 to my Venmo or Cash App, which is the same as my username. And you guys can just tell me in the comment section your question and which deck you want me to use. So your options are the Nature Speak Oracle deck. Okay. The next one is the Oracle of the Mermaid Oracle deck. Okay. The Enchanted Map Oracle deck. The Moonology Oracle deck, which is becoming one of my favorites. The Okana Oracle deck, but please only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work because you will get read to the field. I said what I said. I try to warn y'all. The Archangel Michael Oracle deck. Okay. Those are your choices and those are your options. So if you want to get a reading, just go ahead and do the swing and then I'll pull some cards for you. I will be here until 9 o'clock. So definitely do it soon because I know there's a couple more questions on YouTube. So we're gonna keep going. So for Lana, what does Spirit want her to know for the next few months ahead so she can be successful for the next few months ahead? Okay. What does Spirit want Lana to know? What does Spirit want Lana to know so you can be successful for the few months ahead? Spirit, okay. Oh, all right. What does Spirit want Lana to know? She could be successful for the few months ahead. Ooh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay, wow. Okay, bottom of the deck is so funny. It's the full moon in Capricorn, and it's the end of a tough cycle approaches. So that's probably gonna be what it comes out to within the next couple of months. You'll be seeing the conclusion to that. The reason why I'm saying that is because the last card you got was also the new moon in Capricorn. So your bottom of the deck energies is a completion of something. And you also got your hard work is paying off. So the first card you got is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. You got full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. That's what it looks like. This deck is so beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. And your hard work is paying off. Okay. Now, one of the things that I've been saying back to back, when I've been doing a lot of solar return readings because everybody wants a solar return. Everybody wants their transits because it's a new year, so everybody wants their, astrology readings. So one of the things that has been coming up as a theme has been the transits for not only the beginning of the year, but also April to May. Okay. The reason why I say April to May is because there's going to be it's like a checkpoint. It's just kind of like a little checkpoint that's happening. Um, at the beginning of the year, the things that you are putting your efforts, your especially with your the work that you're putting in, the intentions that you're putting in, where it's going during Capricorn season, the plans, the goals, the intentions that you're setting will come back around. Like there'll be a check-in during that time. If you spend the next few months, like if you spent the beginning of the year, oh, you set intentions, you made goals, and then you moved into like the next couple months and you didn't do nothing, like you just didn't follow through, you just kind of let your goals, your intentions, your plans kind of like dwindle and you didn't put any effort towards it, you're not going to see success coming through or a breakthrough coming through or a conclusion, okay, a conclusion coming through in May and April, because May and April is going to be like a very powerful time. So it's going to be, it's almost like you're being you're like the work that you're going to be doing for the next couple of months, especially because you have to look at the bigger picture. So the intentions, the goals, the dreams that you're setting, the things that you're writing, the effort that you're putting in, it really comes down to the work that you're putting in. Okay, the effort that you're putting in. Like, I don't mean, oh, I'm praying for it, but what are you doing about it? Is there anything that you can do to help yourself get to where you need to go? Is there anything you can do to set yourself up for success? Okay. Is there anything that you can do about that? Is there anything in addition to what you're already doing, working with your spirits? What else can you do to make it move faster, to make it come into fruition? Okay. And it also needs to, you need to have a bigger vision to certain things. Certain things are going to take a little bit of time to come into fruition in a full kind of magnitude kind of way, but it's still, your hard work will pay off. You will see a lot of movement. It's almost it's very Capricorn energy in the way that you will see how the effort that you're putting in at the beginning of the year makes that middle point of the year kind of move into, you'll be able to see some of the fruits of your labor paying off, like showing off. And then you're also being asked to focus on almost like having like fresh, like refreshing the relationship and love energy. When it comes to a new cycle, a new relationship cycle, or romantic cycle begins, ask yourself, how do you add romance into your relationship? How do you almost add the spice? How do you kind of like, even when it comes to a relationship, because I feel like a relationship is the same or very quite similar to having a house, to having a foundation, but you're having it with someone else. How do you maintain, how do you upkeep the house? How do you upkeep your relationship? How what is it that you are going through right now with a partner? Or what is it that you're trying to manifest with your partner right now? What is it that you're trying to build together? Where is it that you're trying to go? What are the goals? What are the dreams that you have set? Because it seems very, very long term. It seems very like this is a long term intention. This is a long term growth. Like, what is it that you're working on or putting effort to that not only it's gonna, like, on the bigger picture, it's like it's gonna be beneficial for both of you. It's gonna be beneficial and it's gonna have a lot of growth and abundance for both of you. It's like you're not the only one that benefits from it as well. So it seems like you need to take some time to really sort out, be clear about what it is that you want to accomplish, especially for the next 6 months. So that way, as the month goes, month to month, you can start putting in the work towards that and actually see a shift where, certain things might have felt like, you needed like a break or you needed like a breakthrough to come through. It's kind of like, okay, you've been working hard, you've been doing the work, and now that conclusion comes through and pushes you into the next thing. Does that make sense? Other than that, I feel like really, if you work for it, if you do the work, you will see the benefits from it. You will see you will see how you doing the work, you working with your spirits, you working your magic, you working spiritually, you working your intentions, okay? Is gonna bear you fruit. It feels like things are going to kind of like be blossoming. That's the way that it feels like. In the spring, things will blossom. That's like what I'm hearing. In the spring, things will blossom. Okay, so that is your reading, my love. I hope that you got all the messages that you needed. But hello, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to like look at both screens, and it's like a whole hot mess. What Shuma calls it? Okay. I'm trying to see. Do. I'm doing shadow work, so that deck is awesome. Because that deck is really amazing. The Okana deck is one of my favorites for shadow work because it just reads you to the filth. Like, if you can get your hands on this deck, because this deck is always sold out, get your hands on this deck if you're trying to do shadow work. Just get your hands on it. But she did not make that deck for it to be used every day. She said it her damn self. Because it's not that type of deck. That's the deck that you pull when you want your ancestors, your spirits to just straight up call you out on your BS. Like for real, like that bad. Okay, hold on. Let me just check. Wait, hold on. Trying to check the thing. 1 second. Trying to confirm. Ooh. And okay. Boom. I hope you can still see me. Okay. Okay. So we have another reading from Stephanie. Okay. What moves or shadow work do I need to do in order for my career to be successful? I feel like I've been having blockages. Which deck do you want to do, my love? Okana or Mermaid deck? Okay, let me see. Let me see which deck. Okay, for some reason I'm getting gravitated towards this one. So we're gonna do the Mermaid. The Oracle of the Mermaid. For this question. So let's see. Let me put the question back up. Okay. What moves or shadow work do I need to do in order for my career to be successful? I feel like I'm having creative blockages. Okay. Stephanie Melissa wants to know what moves or shadow work need to be done for career to be successful. What does Stephanie need to know for career to be successful? What does Stephanie need to know? Okay. What does Stephanie need to know? Okay. That was 2. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Wow. This is really beautiful. Okay, so the first one that you're getting is guide. Okay, and it says a guide, mentor, a trustworthy ally. Okay, a guide, mentor, trustworthy ally. Then we have falling in love, kissing the divine in another, in yourself. Falling in love. Okay. This is really beautiful. And then you have farewell to the moon. Appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. Okay. Woo! Okay, a couple of different things because there's a lot of different messages coming through. First and foremost, especially with the guide card. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start with this one because this one is the one screaming at me right now. You need to make sure you love what you do. If you don't love what you do, you're not gonna be successful at it. I said what I said. That's literally when it came out. I was like, oh, the message is clear. If you don't love what you do, you're not going to be successful at it because you have to be emotionally invested into what it is that you're doing. If you want it to be successful, you need to love what you're doing. Period. Just period. If you don't love what you're doing, it's going to feel like you're wasting your time. This is giving me very like, I want to say Capricorn energy, but with a twist of like Piscean energy. Because Pisces doesn't get inspired. And it's also giving me Jupiter and Pisces very, very heavily. I think this year will be a really good year for you also to use the Jupiter and Pisces transit to grow and build and really focus in emotionally. Working with the water energies, working your spiritual energies, drawing in, manifesting in the success and abundance that you can receive. But you have to love what you do. Why do I say Pisces Capricorn energy? Because it's like an energy of like hard work that needs to be done because you're obviously getting the guide and mentor card, which means that you should find someone in the field of what it is that you're trying to do to also mentor you. Okay, look for an elder, look for someone who knows what it is that they're doing. Ask for a mentor, or even ask spirit to bring you forth or manifest someone who is a mentor within whatever it is that you are working towards, because it's kind of like you need to I feel like a lot of people look at degrees and they look at colleges and stuff and they see that as, oh, I got my degree, so this is my way in through many doors. But there are certain things that require you working and collaborating with someone who's already an expert in the field that you can be the apprentice of, that you can like work with them directly because they have that reputation. They have put in the work, that they know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. So it feels like you need to have firsthand guidance firsthand, like even if you might want to do an internship, or you might want to work one-on-one with someone and just get that mentorship. That's one thing, but you need to love what you do. You need to love what you do. It's the reason why I said Capricorn Pisces energy. It's because Pisces does not get inspired without being passionate about it. Okay, they're a water sign, they're an emotional sign. Okay, so in order to tap into this moon energy, is like you have to love it. You have to feel something about it. You can't just write a song without feeling the words, or else it's just not going to vibe right. You're not going to hit the emotional component that is needed to make that song work. It needs the juju. It needs the sauce. Okay, it needs the sauce. It needs the sauce. It needs the sauce. It feels like you need to romanticize your career. Like you need to romanticize your work, that you need to be passionate about it. Like, in the movies, when you're watching a movie about, just any movie where like the main character is so passionate about that one thing, whether it be saving the dolphins or like they're passionate, whatever it is that they're passionate about. Maybe they're passionate about being a doctor, or they're just like, oh, I'm like in love with what I do. I feel so blessed that I get to do what I do. You need to put that in. That needs to be part of your affirmations, actually. You need to make sure that you are literally in love with what you do, with what you are meant to do, with what you came on this world to do. Like you're just like, I'm so happy and blessed that I get to do what I love. You have to love what you do. If you don't love what you do, you're not going to be happy. It's as simple as that. It has to be emotionally kind of triggering to the point where it's just like, no, I feel this in my chest. I needed this. This is what makes me happy. This is what makes me like, this is what brings me joy. Like I'm so emotionally connected to the work that I'm doing. I know it's purposeful. I know it's meaningful. Like all of these things. Like I feel like I'm just giving you affirmations at this point. But there's kind of like, you need to romanticize it. You need to romanticize it. You definitely need a mentor, and you need to work with those who have already mastered at the thing that you want to do and that you want to elevate and perfect. Because you will also be adding your sauce to whatever it is that you are bringing, that you are cultivating. But you have to love it. You have to love what you do. You have to love what you do. I'm sorry, you are not a person that can, get by doing the regular kind of job type of thing. It's like you have to love what you do. If you don't love what you do, you're going to have a hard time being successful in the field because you yourself are not passionate about it. And the reason why it works better when you love what you do and you're doing that work is because it feels like a lover. It feels like a partner. It feels like, oh my God, like, you're pouring your energy, you're pouring your love into what you do every single day. Like it feels like that. It feels like a relationship. Okay. So that's what it is. That's the answer to your question. I hope that makes sense. Use your spirituality, your practice to call that in, to draw that in. Okay. And work with that Jupiter in Pisces transit. I feel like it will be very, very helpful spiritually for you to call that in, but also attract a mentor that is meant for you as well. So it's a good time to work your spirituality to have benefits within the physical realm. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, boo. Hope that you got the messages that you needed. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the. Okay, so I'm gonna do like one more question. Whatchamacalls it? I'm gonna do one more question. Before I leave, because you guys know I said 1 hour, so we have like 8 more minutes. And whatchamacalls it? So I will take one more question. So if you want a reading from me, if you want to be the last person, go ahead and drop, for those who are channel members or Patreon members, you can go ahead and drop your question in the description bar. I mean, in the comment section. For those who would like to, for me to pull some cards for them, you can go ahead and send $5 to $10 to my Cash App and Venmo right there, or Venmo. And then just put it in the comments, put the question in your comments, and then I will pull a card for you, or some cards for you. And these are your Oracle deck options. You have the Nature Speak Oracle deck. Okay. You have the the Ocean Mermaid, the Oracle of the Mermaids Oracle deck, the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Okay. The Moonology Oracle deck, and then the Okana Oracle deck. Oh, wait. And lastly, the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. One of the OG favorites of all of our lives, because it's just an OG favorite on the channel. Like, this deck has gone through, we've been through so much with Archangel Michael in the channel. It's just been really, really funny at this point. It's just really funny. So yes, if anybody wants to take the last spot, go ahead and, like, you know, book the reading before it's like too late. Because I'll be signing off in exactly 6 minutes. So whoever wants a reading, go ahead and send the $5, $10 to my Cash App. Is the same as my username. And then I'll pull some Oracle cards for you guys. But I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody got the messages that they needed. Yeah, I feel like the reading was really like romanticization. It feels like that. I think it's a salon I worked at. It's limiting your creativity. Thank you. It made sense to me. Definitely need all those affirmations. 1000%. Listen, it feels very like Piscean, very like romantical, very like you need to want it. You need to, like, you know, it just feels like it needs to be. It feels like it needs to be a relationship. It feels like you need to. And when you're doing what you love, it really does feel like that. It feels very like purposeful and like meaningful. Like, it just needs to feel like that. Once it feels like that, you're fine. You're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be happy and you'll be fine. You're gonna be just fine. I feel like the reason why I say Capricorn and Piscean energy too is because Capricorns, we can literally like do any freaking business in the world, right? But it's better if we're passionate about that thing. If we're passionate about that thing, no, it's worse when a Capricorn is passionate about the work that they're doing. Because we can literally master any goddamn job, because we rule business, right? So we can do any single job in the world, just and be like on an autopilot 9 to 5 BS. But if we love what we're doing, stop it. Stop it. We love what we're doing. Oh no. That's just a plus. That's just a whole plus. A whole plus. So yeah, so if anybody wants to take the last reading, go ahead, let me know before I sign off soon. Because I'm about to, you know what? I'm about to do a collective pull for the full moon in Cancer that's coming up, which I'm really excited about. I feel like it's gonna be wow. Expect powerful change. I feel like it's gonna be a really good it's gonna be a good emotional moment for everybody. I feel like it's gonna be one of those moments where it's like it needed to happen, it needed to come, and the energy needed to be pushed. You need to be emotionally triggered. If you have not watched my full moon and Cancer breakdown, make sure you go to my YouTube. The link will be in my bio. For those who are on TikTok, make sure you subscribe also to the channel. But the full moon in Cancer is about to be something else, because there's a lot of emotional triggers that are coming up. There's a lot of there's a push. Look at this. Not pulling the full moon in Cancer card. Not pulling that right now. A personal issue reaches resolution. And we also got the new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. And that's 1000% one of the themes right now. And it works really, really well for Capricorn season. Is that focus on your success, what is that you want to succeed? Like, ask yourself what it is that you want to succeed, like how you want to grow, what is it that you want to succeed, and how do you want to shine in there. And I feel like, oh, Leo energy is a trip, because I feel like when you have that confidence and when you're passionate about what it is that you want, especially because Leo rules the ego, it taps into that sun's energy, like being purposeful, being meaningful. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And I feel like right now, the shift that ending, that emotional ending that's happening, that personal issue reaches a resolution, like you get that emotional closure, that's when the change comes through. That's when the change comes through. Because once you have that shift, once the energy is like, it breaks, like once you have that beautiful, beautiful shift, all you have is success coming after that. Like, if once you remove the thing that needs to be removed, once you make peace, once you heal, once you like get that closure, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm confident that this happened, and now I need to move into my success. I need to move into the blessings. I need to move into all of the things that keep me where I need to be. It's a very powerful, powerful energy. I feel like this full moon is going to be one for the emotional books of the year. It might be one of the most emotional moons of this year, but it's very angsty. It's very like poking at the pressure. It's giving Chiron. It's giving Chiron. It's giving Chiron energy. It's giving, I'm going to poke you until you heal energy. But this is just funny that I just pulled the full moon in Cancer, doing the full moon in Cancer reading. That's just funny. It's funny, y'all. It's just a fun time. It's a funny time. So yes, my love. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for the night. If anybody wants to get a personal reading, astrology reading, past life reading, tarot reading, whatnot, my website will be linked in the description. And for those who are on TikTok, my website will be linked in my link tree in my bio. So if you want a reading, go ahead and you can kind of book it through there, because I have a lot of different services. But I believe I'm almost booked for January, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm still sending out readings right now. So stay tuned for those who are waiting for a reading for me. Stay tuned, because I'm literally sending them. I'm going to be sending a few after I'm done with this live as well. But I hope that everybody had a good night, or in a good, got all of the messages that you guys needed. I would definitely see you loves next week, but in the next videos as well. There's a ton of videos that I'm editing right now for you guys, including my birthday vlog, because I know I posted a mini vlog today, but that was not all of it. So you guys are going to get that. So stay tuned for all of the things. And yeah, I hope you guys have a beautiful night. Thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you guys for just like spending time with me. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, have a beautiful night. Oh, and for those on TikTok that want to rewatch the readings, it will be on my YouTube. Bye. Bye, y'all.